People think that entrepreneurship is all about the business.
That's not true. Absolutely not true. Once you know yourself, who you are, what do you want, what you already know within yourself, you will definitely be successful. That I guarantee you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Personal Development for Entrepreneurs. I'm Ikram here today with my mentor and dear friend, Dr. Venga. Good evening, Dr. Venga.
Good evening. Good evening.
Today we're going to talk about grit versus cleverness. Should you have grit or should you be clever to succeed in life? Or do you need both, a combination of both? I am sure you'll elaborate on that, Dr. Venga. But before we start, maybe just to our audience, right? Something for you to think about while we're going through this is, what do you think? Is it grit or is it cleverness? You can put them in the comment section below, and let's hear what your opinions are, Dr. Venga.
Well, I think we should go a little bit back. Let's say go back a little bit and try to explain. First of all, you must define success. In today's world, lying, cheating, and telling the whole nation wrong information is success. In today's world, right?
Correct.
Europe, America is a very good example of that, including Britain. Every history book written in the world today is wrong. Yes or not?
Yes. History is written by the victors.
And they lie. But
Mm.
you can go back to the Western calendar, okay, from the first AD till now. Everything they have said is wrong. It's not true. It's a lie.
Right.
We can go on. So I think, first of all, in my understanding, you must define success. What is success to you? In your mind, I consider you a successful person. In my mind, Ikram, what do you think about yourself?
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dr. Venga. I feel I still have a long way to go. I'm not even close to to you.
Different, you see? That you're comparing, no. But in yourself, Ikram, you are successful. Because I've seen you ever since the first day I met you till now. You have actually grown, developed. You are successful all along your way until now. You are still successful.
Thank you. That's reassuring to know.
This is true. Okay? But that's why success, what is success? In my definition, is something that I want to buy a house. I want to live in my own house. And you achieve that. That is success. Even though you have a loan to pay, but still it's your house. It's in your name. You're paying a loan. So that is achieving a desired goal, can be a success.
Right.
Suppose you work very hard and you want to be very famous, a person, as someone who has done good to people. That's also a success. So a person who gives up everything and wanted to become a yogi, he's successful. And he has received enlightenment, or he has achieved enlightenment. Buddha, successful. Or someone who had created, in today's world, a lot of money. Yeah, when it comes to money, he's successful. All others, he may not be.
Right.
Okay? Or you go to a university, like for instance, when the university gave me a doctorate in my books that I've written and things like that, I went and spoke to them and defended it and blah, blah, blah. Okay, what happened? At the age of 65, they gave me that that PhD. I can say, well, Yeah, sure. I worked a long time to come to that stage. Is success. So to me, it's like that. No? The key word is you and I tried your level best.
Hmm.
You tried your level best is success. Even though you may not have seen the result, but you tried your level best. It is a way of a positive um, a consequence of one's achievement is success.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I would agree. Um, for me, there's this element of two elements. I feel uh, success has got a tangible result and also a personal sense of happiness.
Yes.
When there's dissonance between the two, that means you've achieved those tangible outputs that you want, but internally you're not happy or satisfied. Um, for me, it's not success. That means you can have all the money in the world, but you're not pursuing what you love doing and you're not happy with what you're doing. I'd say for me, it's not happiness. I think both elements are
E-
required.
Exactly. And you hit the, the nail, which is if you're not happy, you are not successful. That
Mm.
means every moment of your life, you must be happy. Your entire cells in your body are all satisfied and you are ready to die. That is success.
Mm.
Someone who is totally happy. And you can tell me this, okay? Every morning when I get up, the first thing is, hey, I'm alive. Good. I'm successful. For me, it's like that.
Right, right.
Whatever I want to do, I've done. It doesn't matter what other people think about me, not even my family. What I think of it is more important.
Mm.
My family may have another idea, but I must be happy every single day. And then I will have a very calm, settled life.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to do in the last 6 years now, talking to people.
Hmm.
And now I might tell you, there are many that are talking to me. I define them as very successful at this moment in time. Yes, they're happy what they're doing. One of my user told me, text me, he said, "Hey, Dr. Benga, thank thank you for teaching me writing's importance because he's a teacher. I went to teach and I forgot to bring my notes. And suddenly I was a bit nervous and stunned. Then I just sat down, closed my eyes, and recalled a few things and took a piece of paper and started writing down. And the whole thing which I've written and left the book at home came to me. It said, writing really helped me. I'm happy. He texted me,
Mm.
you know. So because I, I told him the importance of writing. So to him, it's a success, is it? See or not?
Correct.
So success is definitely must be understood by the individual. Um, and it's not what is defined by newspaper and poll and somebody did some statistics and put it there. That's all. I think I don't know lah. Maybe I'm very naive, but that's what I think. A successful person is person who can get up in the morning and be happy with the morning and go and do what he wants to do and is happy doing it. That the definition must be very clear. And
Mm.
then you can look at things. I give you one very quick example. You ever heard of the book called Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill?
Yes, one of the
There are
most widely
there are
read
two
books.
Napoleon Hills. Huh? I think one born in the 80s or some 70 or 80, and another born in 1883.
Right. We're talking
And
about the one in 1883.
that's right. He was born and he published the book Think and Grow Rich in 1937.
Mm-hmm.
And Think and Grow Rich, and he accidentally was, writing. It was further defined by the newer Napoleon Hill on the success. To him, success was different. And one thing is the word success. Okay, uh, uh, his son uh, went there and took a chalk on the blackboard, and the S he put two line like that. In the C he put two line, okay, and the S again he put two line. And then when the father looked at it, this is the younger Napoleon Hill. Look at it, hey, wow, it fits in. Success means dollars and cents. And that's how from 1937 it was money, money, and more money.
Mm-hmm.
You understand not? Today, in those days when I was born, there was no millionaire and all that. Don't have lah. No? We always considered somebody who has done service to the people, who helped people. He's a poor man, but he's a successful person.
Right.
That's my terminology was like that, lah. No? Gandhi was never successful according to our new terminology. Okay, you understand? People who
Mm.
cheated and lied and tell a lot of nonsense, they they are considered to be successful.
Mm.
Like the president of the United States, Mr. Trump, he's successful because he knows how to lie, he knows how to cheat. But is he successful? In my terminology, no. We got that right. So definition of success is important before we get into dealing with grit and cleverness.
Right.
So then what is grit? Let me give you this example. This word Grit is a word. And long time ago, when I was thinking of planning and all that,
Mm-hmm.
there are lots of research have been done. Lots of research have been done on planning and preparation. Did you know that planning was also associated with the word grit? Grit, grit. Did you know that?
No, I
If
didn't.
you don't plan and prepare, you will not be successful.
Mm-hmm.
The Europeans took it very seriously. That's what, in terms of planning and preparation, the Europeans spend a lot of time.
Right.
That's why the Europeans defined it as 52 weeks in a year. The Americans is no, 12 months. They saw 12 months. I can't understand 12. Why not 10? Anyway, this is a different thing. Okay? It's a stupid idea, but American. The calendar that we are using, the so called Western calendar or the Gregorian calendar, is 12 months, right?
That's right.
Okay? But the European termed it as 52 weeks. Every week counts. You got 52 weeks. The grid was part of the reason planning and preparation. And guess what? When they were doing a research, they asked people, hey, what is this word grid? What does the grid mean? And then what people said was used in the vocabulary. They are perseverance, resilience, long term commitment, ability to push through obstacles and keep going despite setback,
Mm-hmm.
strength, consistency, endurance. Okay? I will work very hard. Grit. Why? They define what that grit did. Grit is a small pebble or a little something that's stuck to a stone or something like that. No? So grit.
Hmm.
So the word grit can mean many, many things. Now, how can just being perseverance, resilience, and long-term commitment, ability to push through hard work and always never give up, how can you uh, be like that? Oh, but if you are a person with grit, you are like that. Then you look at me. Am I like that? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pursuing this ever since the age of 20 till now. And 40 years I've been chasing after this personal personal improvement and time. I've been 40, going to be 40 years now. Next year will be 40 years exactly.
40
Okay.
years. Yeah.
Do I have the grit? Yes, I have. I have the grit to want to be. And although it doesn't give me money, but gives me satisfaction that people are realizing it themselves. So that's grit. Grit.
Hmm.
You understand the meaning now?
Yep.
Now, the second word, cleverness, okay, that deals with the human intelligence, the intelligence that you have. You are born with intelligence. No child is born without intelligence. It's born with intelligence. It has. Otherwise, your heart won't pump up. Your liver
Mm.
won't work. Your kidney won't, right?
That's right.
Correct. You build it yourself in your mother's womb, right? By
Yep.
2 cells given by your father and mother, right?
That's right.
That's cleverness. So you have intelligence, okay? But you have zero data, correct or not?
Yes.
You're born with nothing, empty, right? And then you build the data, correct or not?
Correct.
If you are using your intelligence properly, you will accumulate a lot of data. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Right now. And
Correct.
you can adaptability, correct or not?
That's right.
And you can solve problem, the ability to solve problem. Yes or not? Yes or
Yes.
not?
Yep.
And then you can think a little bit further, meaning you can look at maybe what you want to do tomorrow. You call this the early strategically thinking about what to do next.
Mm.
Like you play a chess game, thinking. And
Mm.
then, and then finding shortcuts, how to do it quicker, faster, better. Cleverness.
Mm.
You develop it yourself. Strength, the strength of trying and trying and trying and trying. That little story just now you told me. Would you like to tell the story about the vacuum thing? Vacuum? The
Yes.
story.
Yes. Yep. So I came across a quote by Dyson, the man who invented the vacuum machines. When he was working on the cyclone technology for his vacuum, which basically meant going bagless, um, he worked on it from his house for, I think, 14 years, with multiple prototypes. Along the way, it didn't work. He couldn't get investors. It was difficult. He finally had to mortgage his house. But if I'm not mistaken, he had about 5,400 prototypes. And when he started hiring people, he always looked for fresh people with no experience, but he looked for people with grit. And one of the reasons is he said, grit, not cleverness, is what will make you build 5,400 and something prototypes.
A very good story. Very good.
Right.
So
Correct.
therefore, what is happening in cleverness is about doing the same thing over and over again, but improving it all the time.
Mm,
And in my view, in my cleverness is It's not great. For me, cleverness is that every day you review what you have done. I told many of my customers, hey, just write down from 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 p.m. in the evening what actually you did hour for hour for hour. And lo and behold, the persons who are doing it suddenly realize their own potential.
Mm.
I don't have to teach them about time management already. They realize that, hey, they don't have to do this because they record what they have done. From your own record, you realize, hey, I shouldn't be doing this. So the review I told them to do from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. suddenly became their cleverness, not
Yeah.
grid. The grid they had already. The grid is the part that you keep on writing over again. Everything you write down is a grid. But cleverness is you recognize, hey, why am I doing this? Huh? I did it 4 times. Why? Huh? So you become cleverer. You see my meaning?
Mm.
So you are clever because you want to be clever, because you want to improve. Clever doesn't mean I know better than Ikram. That's not clever.
Mm.
That's a
Mm.
show off.
Correct.
Clever means you yourself are willing to look at yourself and say, how can I improve? So planning and preparation is also part of the cleverness. Planning is cleverness, okay? And doing it over and over again is great. Now,
Mm.
of course, of course, the, the issue is, of course, there is a limitation. If you do not have persistence, your limitation will kick in.
Mm.
Because without persistence, cleverness may fade away when challenges come in or demand comes in.
Mm.
Endurance will not be there. Your Ukraine war, the American, all this rubbish they've been doing in first in Iraq, and then now, and even the what the Israelites are doing, it won't go on for long. It cannot,
Correct.
because why? There is a limitation. Because you, this will kick in. Persistence will. You don't you feel it? I'm
Yes.
sure Ikram, you feel it that way.
Yes.
Challenges come in, demand come in. So what am I saying? I'm saying, hey, if you don't have the grit, your cleverness also will die. If you don't have the cleverness, the grit will die.
Right.
So what am I saying? I'm saying you need
Both.
a good formula. You need both. You need grit, you need cleverness. For lasting achievement in life, I'm 60, going to be 67 years old. If I did not have the last thing of what I want to do you think I'll be alive?
No.
Ikram, I will not be, right?
Yeah.
So the best formula for success is to have grit and cleverness. And then you'll be successful. You need both.
Mm. Okay. So you've answered the question. It's not one over the other. It is you
Both.
need both.
Both. So cleverness, without cleverness, or grit without cleverness, is working hard, but possibly in the wrong direction.
Mm.
You understand now? Grit without cleverness equals working hard, but possibilities not there, the wrong direction.
Right. Right.
And then you will turn it around. Cleverness without grit, if you are clever but you don't have the grit, okay, flushes of brilliance once in a while, but not long term. Little bit here, little bit there, not
Mm.
long term. Results don't have. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So not only the formula is important, you need both for you to sustain what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And This brings me back to a simple formula, 80-20 rule. 20% you do, 80% you get. But to achieve the balance 20%, you got to work 80%. So you become clever, and grit gets you to the successful. That's why most people die young. They don't have the grit, nor do they have the
Cleverness.
cleverness. And this is one of the major problem with humans.
Mm.
Now, then let me go a little bit further. I think we have little time left, right?
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay. Let me go a little bit further. I said just now, grit is perseverance and resilience. You have this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is the definition? The ability to stay committed, hard work, push through setback over a long period of time. Yes or no?
Yes,
Correct?
correct.
How many of us are willing to do it over and over again over a period of time?
Very, very few. I think just 1, 2%. I mean, so when you look at these real instances of grit, whether I mean, you see it very often with a lot of the world's best founders.
Yeah.
You know, Thomas Edison, how many bulbs he made before he actually had a working bulb. There's this famous story of Colonel Sanders, the Kentucky Fried Chicken man, who went to
Yes.
so many people to get
Yes.
someone invest in his restaurant, and
Yes.
every time met with failure. It really requires a different kind of person to just persevere in spite of all these failures, negativity, people telling you can't, and that doggedness to just keep doing and doing and doing. Yeah, it's
Correct.
I don't think uh it's something everyone can do.
I'm an example of that, isn't
Yes,
it?
absolutely.
25th of September 1986, I started this journey. It's going to be 40 years now.
Correct. And
Correct?
even if you look back, many of the people listening may not know your early childhood, but from the time, you were what's five, uh, working in that food noodle shop, doing deliveries and just
Yeah.
persistent, yeah, saving 1 cent, 1 cent. I mean, for someone to save a cent, right,
Yeah.
and do it consistently and regularly for a long time, it's not everyone is able to do it.
That's why it's like this. Once you define your success, it's easy for you to use. You have grit with you. You have. Because if you didn't have the grit, you couldn't have built this body.
Mm,
Meaning, I mean, the eyes was in place, the nose was in place, the mouth was there, the ear, all connected together with all the nerve. You build it yourself. Use the two cells, build it
right,
to this level, right?
correct.
Correct or not? So if you must have that, but also at the same time, persistence was also there. Otherwise, in the third month of pregnancy, your mother would have aborted you.
Mm,
If it cannot be formed, it'll come out, isn't it?
correct.
Natural, nature's way of taking care of that, right?
Yes.
You see that in animals, they lay they the eggs are laid by the birds, and after that they become a chick. uh, I mean, and birds, huh? So after a certain, they come feed. After that, they'll make sure that you fall off the cliff so that you can fly.
Mm,
If you fall down and die, you're dead, gone. Those who can fly, fly. You see, nature. But look at a cow. It gives birth. Within 30 minutes, the born cow will find a way to stand up and
mm,
walk and then run. The first thing it does is learn to run. Isn't it?
Yep.
It's also the grit and cleverness is already inside us as human. The
Mm,
problem with human is you have to put in the data. In the case of animals, it comes natural to them.
mm,
Survival, they have to find. But to live immediately, yes, it's given to them. Human, no. You are assisted. Like a whale, it gives up to a baby, but it looks after the baby for 5 years before the baby becomes independent.
right.
Nature. So we have the grit and we have the cleverness. The question is, are we using them consistently, doing it over and over again? Okay. Now
It's
again,
that how you used to use a lot, Dr. Venga, in I don't know, I think it's in Hokkien, where a nail, if you just keep
yes.
even if it is going through steel, you
In
just keep
Hokkien, it says "ti teng ti tui ti gong ti." That's what I learned. Take a
right.
nail, take a hammer, and knock it, knock it, knock it. Keep on knocking the nail. It can even go through steel. Yes, that's how you learn.
Mm,
Until you understand, you will not learn. Ikram. So this is a thing that we must do it again and again. Again, in cleverness, is you must be able to see what other people cannot see. So
mm,
if you don't have the data, you will not be able to see. You will see what you know. That means you can see two dimension of things. The third dimension is the height.
right.
Okay, but most people can understand the two dimension and the three, meaning the height. They can visualize it, but that's about the maximum. But you want
Right.
to go to the fourth dimension. Now you're talking about something that is cannot be defined, which is space and time. You cannot define space, you can't define time. Yes or not? So now
Yep.
if you can
Or
see,
perceive,
eh?
right? Do you mean define or do you mean perceive?
Okay, okay, yes, correct. Your perception goes beyond the third dimension. So there you can see a little better. So you see opportunities.
Hmm.
Like for instance, you can ask me, "Hey, why, Venga, are you using this time management and self-management and dragging it along so long for 40 years? It doesn't give you any wealth. But to me, wealth, I don't need it. No? It's not
Right.
important for me.
Right.
But if one person can find himself how to use his given gift, time is a wealth for him. Life is a wealth for him.
Mm,
The grit is inside you, the cleverness inside you. So all you got to do is to recognize it. This is time, this is life. If I put it together, I've got it. As long as I see it separately, I will not put it together. I'm not clever enough to put it together.
mm,
So once you put it together, hey, I have only 16 hours a day. 8 of those hours I must sleep. Otherwise, I will not be effective. Those are that you're put together. Your body and time becomes one. And that requires the fourth dimension understanding.
right.
Then not only you become clever, you use the grit that you have to become clever. And you can
Mm,
spot from time to time opportunities in which you can be better. Everything is an opportunity. Only
mm.
if you want to see it. If you don't want to see it, will you see it?
Nope.
If you want an easy way out, do you think you'll see it? No,
No.
that's not shortcut. Huh? After you know the long cut, then you can do the
Shortcut.
shortcut. Without that, no cut.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
So it's like that, Ikram, no? So you need both grit, and
And
cleverness, but we must know how to put it together. We all have the ability,
mm,
every single human. It doesn't matter about your background, whether you were born in the jungle or in a home that was very poor. It doesn't matter. But what matters is the food that you eat.
right.
That's one of the reasons why the West loves to grow more rice and send to the developing world, because rice does not have protein.
Mm,
Human body needs protein.
protein. Yeah,
Correct or not?
correct.
Okay. Now, you see the clever make people not so clever. No, you need protein to grow. So fish protein, as an example, meat protein. Then you, even today, vegetable and all that, they do not have the right ingredients that are necessary for health. Correct or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So all of that put together, human has the ability to recognize, hey, this is not right. I can make the change. I can make the change. So you have the grit and you have the cleverness. Put it together, lah. Then you'll become successful.
Successful.
Provided you define what is success.
That becomes an important part of the equation.
You need both. Right?
Yep.
Anything else that you would like to add?
We've got another 2 minutes. Perhaps we can just summarize. So, I think the question I asked in the beginning was, which is more important, grit or cleverness? In your opinion, Dr. Venga, you need both, right? Between the two, right? Uh, Being clever, I think uh, being clever means acquiring the knowledge to for something that you want. Is that correct? No.
No, no.
Okay. What would
You are born clever. You're born clever. Otherwise, your heart won't be in the right place. Your liver won't be in the right place. You're born clever. But
Mhm.
with that cleverness to recognize what else can you think? How can you put two, three different things together? You have to develop that cleverness. But cleverness does not mean cheating, or lying.
Mhm.
Okay, all this cabal that is happening in the world, financial disaster, all that is because of people were clever to cheat, but they got caught in their own.
Web of deceit?
So that is not clever.
Right.
That
Right.
means a clever person who is a person who understands all of this and don't want to do it. He knows
Mhm.
it, but he won't do it.
Right.
So it is, you asking me, hey, are they weight together? The answer is yes. You have the ability to become clever, but you can also use that to become deceitful.
Yep.
And if you do that, you will go into a rhythm which you will completely falsify it over and over again. And one day you'll get caught. You understand? No?
Yep.
So both grit and cleverness is inside us. So now the question
That
is,
is good.
are you deceitful or not? You
Mm,
are cleverly cheating people or not? Then you cheat one person, oh, I can do it. So let me cheat two. But in the end, you'll cheat yourself.
correct.
This is not a moral issue, no? Understand? It's not a moral issue. You
Right.
can, what's the terminology here? You can lie to some people some of the time. You can lie to all the people some of
No,
the time, or something like that. You cannot
uh,
lie to people. Oh, how do you say that, Ikram?
I think you can fool some of the people some of the time, uh, but you can't fool all the people all of the time.
Yeah, exactly. You can never do that. Why? Because you will yourself let it out.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want to get rich, but they want to get rich the quick way, the cheating way, and lying way.
Mm.
Okay. And the bigger you are, the bigger company you have, there are always all these big five companies in the world, accounting firm, which will teach you how to cheat, which they do
Mm.
legally.
Yeah.
But you know what? You cannot cheat your own conscience.
Mm.
Cannot.
Mm.
If you can find a way to suppress your conscience, then you must have the ability to deal with it when conscience comes up. And many people can't.
Right. Right.
Okay. On a positive note, I tell you, Ikram, every single human being have the ability with grit. They have it, persistent, persevere. They have it. But they've also seen other people. They talk, but they have never seen it in their own eyes. Somebody, oh, that fella no, was nobody in my kampong. Suddenly he's a multi-billionaire. No?
Mm. Mm.
Are you
Mm.
prepared to do what he has done?
Yeah.
And if you're not prepared to, stay where you are. So this subject today is very important. It's for people to realize they have the grit in them and they have the cleverness in them.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
they must put together. Nobody can help you to put it together.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, Ikram.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Vengal. We've come to the end of our session for this month today. I hope it has been useful to you, our audience who's listening. Our next personal development for entrepreneurs will be it's in November,
Yes, that's right.
uh, the
5th of November.
5th of November, which is the first Wednesday at 8
That's right.
p.m. as usual. Thank you very much. If you've got questions, drop them in the comment section below and Dr. Vinga answers them personally. Good night.
Hey, like and like this, you know.
Yes, give it a like, give it a thumbs up if you like the video.
Thank you.